Hot timing right there. Catch it on the outro. Here we are, people. And make sure that pops in so we're not dead silent. Because there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than dead air. And there's nothing easier to fix dead air than just having music play in the background. That is the zero effort way to live your life. So, pro tip, if you're ever in radio, just have prepared some background noise. All times. So, let's get the webcam up here. Here we go. Oh yeah, my hair is real nice right now. Only so much I can do because of the time, and I stayed a bit late. Anyway, we're doing dubs today. Not only do we got milk, but we gotta have some Perrier here. Now Perrier is fucking, this is hot shit. You fucking want some Perrier in your life, okay? Go out, get yourself a Perrier, microwave a hot Perrier. That's how you're gonna want it. You know. I think the only reason why Perrier is not more popular, it doesn't have like, it's not working a hot aesthetic like La does. Nor does it like, it doesn't hit like the mid-20s boomer audience. So maybe like if they change their marketing, like change it to like Perrier, burst the thirst. I think we get some of that. So let's crack this guy open. I got lemon. Let me turn that. There we go. Because I'm a fancy man. Anyway, so we're doing what? Day 10, I believe. So we're getting close to the end. I'm under the impression that there's gonna be a 13th day. So we'll get on it. So I gotta start off by getting the pop out chat. There we go. Just organize everything real quick here. We'll switch over to the game. Pathologic starts with a P. P for Pathologic. Alright. Rats. Oh yeah. And we can have some in the meantime if it ever comes up. We can do Slinky ASMR. Here we go. Get it nice and... we need the mix. We need the visual. Here we go. This by a good distance. Get the visual and the sound. Slinky ASMR.
Allow me to remind you that an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns.
All right. So, I'm guessing there's gonna be some switch up in this game. Or for this day. Whenever someone comes out with the bullocks, this isn't ASMR. I'll be like, nah, check it out, dude. Slinky ASMR. But yeah, I'm expecting some sort of unexpected twist today. Have I slept? I don't remember if I probably did. Yeah, I did all that. And I just wanted to, I guess, check by. I don't know actually who I've spoken to right now. Probably mostly no one. I think I went to the cathedral and actually got a job, didn't I? Yes. Yeah, and we want to talk to Peter. I question how important the Statomatons are for the other two characters. Since the focus for the polyhedra really seems to be on the Bachelor, I guess maybe they just don't have a lot of interactions till late on. Or at least Peter doesn't. So we're going to do the rounds a little bit. Yeah, because the previous day was a real rush. Oh yeah, gunshots.asmr.
Weird. What happened in the Bone Steak lot? It's important.
One blow after another, Clara is becoming a mistress of the earth. A dreadful one, too. She's ruthless and cruel. Fanatics believe her. She'd happily burn us all at stakes. I can feel this horrible heat with my very skin. Yeah, who's inflicting blows on whom? The changeling is robbing us of the most precious thing. She's dousing Peter's genius. She's tempting him, sowing the destructive seeds of doubt in his weakened soul. Her rhetoric can easily drive him mad. How do you know about it? She's been trying for a long time now. He sent me a crazy verse letter. A love letter. I won't show you. He says he's breaking down. He cannot stand it anymore. But I cannot help him either. The changeling gnaws at him like a worm. This is all Aglaia is doing. She has sent her. What's she saying to him? Now he believes that he's to blame for everything. She accused him of taking a miracle captive. Not letting go of that which is supposed to have faded. Tying a bird to what was supposed to fly off. Or tying a bird that was supposed to fly off. Forcing himself on the guest that cannot live here any longer. She's extra jittery right now. It's just not true. I fear Peter will die today. If that happens, part of the world will peter out with him. An everlasting, irreparable loss. There's never been and never will be an architect like him. How can I make him change his mind? Tell him that I am turning into a mistress. Tell him I can feel the scarlet lava. Tell him I am ready to accept it into my womb. Tell him my mother is looking at me now. I shall become her. I shall overcome her. And I shall build what he had conceived. That is why I'll preserve the tower. Tell him I feel he's with Andri now. Alright. I was gonna visit Andri anyway. I wonder if I have no games, what else I should do. Should I do like Russian literature?
Tell me what you want, and I will tell you who you are.
I don't recognize you, Judge. You've changed. Oh yeah, his polygons are totally different. Rafts. Okay, I feel like collecting garbage isn't really an effective strategy anymore. The number of bartering options has really dropped. Namely because of how many districts are either plagued or looted. You didn't post. Literally did. Or did I accidentally PM the woman? I probably don't want any of this. Especially at this late stage. Yeah, no, that's only your bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull a Joker's trick on you. Not too much has happened. I've still mostly only started up. Oh, am I just not pinged? Sometimes that just happens, you know. Yeah, the only thing that I know is that Maria's womb is full of lava. Rat on the bridge. I don't want anything to do with what's happening over there. This feels too out of the way for a reload. Especially because I don't have a rifle anymore. I should consider hitting up Bad Grief. I could also be crazy and murder a guard. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know if you're talking about specifically the Discord notification didn't go off, which sometimes, especially if you've had an active Discord, sometimes it just doesn't go off. And if you're talking about Twitch notifications, well, that could be such a mess. Not worth it. I should just escape. Twitch notifications are like that. I don't know. Maybe I accidentally said something that isn't allowed, so you know, I got shadow banned. Discord just didn't ping. It could be because we had a conversation early, so you know, and it was fairly active. So the Discord was like,
What?
"Oh well, the Discord's been busy, so we'll not ping." Everyone says that it's impossible to kill death itself, but I can't let go of hope that someone might eventually succeed. I'm not doing it. It's just an idea to strive for. Well, okay. Just because this might not close out the conversation, the other one might. Or probably does. I've always known that I throw everything away and follow the man who achieves that to the ends of the earth. If he wouldn't have me as partner, I'd serve him. If he wouldn't have me by his side, I'd serve him from the shadows. So that's why you love this town so much. It seemed to you that Simon had achieved that. You really are very smart. Oh. Just go, I hope I can do the impossible. Bachelor really,
Was it a month ago?
stroking himself over here. Get out, dude. So wait, has she made an attempt on the commander's life yet? And we got this when I start talking to Yulia. I'll show off my new toy. It's Somer Assault related. There we go. I'll pull it out.
Yes.
Whip it out. We got slinky.asmr now. So we'll do this all the time. And work your tiny brains. Okay. I'm a little bit disappointed that there hasn't been a follow-up from, like, the big, long loop of talking that I did. That was just the previous day, right? I'm pretty sure. Like, a lot happened with them. Okay. So, in before we play Psychonauts and have to go into Peter's brain. Actually, what do I got? 4 shots. So I'm prepared to kill 2 people. I can really only bump that number to a higher amount if I get lucky and nail people who already have damage twice. But that would only bump it up to 3, so it's not that big of a difference. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Oh, he's throwing at me. I'll make it go for it. Okay. Someone else? Okay, no. It just went on long. I felt that they followed up on side quest stuff, like the Hunchback, unless. Oh, is the Saburava dead? Okay, she's just sick. One of your rival counterparts must have overlooked him. Okay, so there's a unique thing for when, like, Haruspix is the one, or I guess in this case it was probably Clara, screwed up. Yeah, one of your rival counterparts must have overlooked him. So I can't really do anything to help them, if that's the case. At least as far as I know. Alexander's fine, though.
Neither the sun nor death can be looked at without winking. Who said that?
Let me actually... The chat slightly... It got bumped over to the side a little bit more than I expected by the game. Or usually I have the chat on this side. So when the resolution screws with it, I can still read it. I figured that even if I didn't do the side... Or I guess so, yeah. Regardless, you get the, just the arsonist led by the Hunchback. Whether or not you know of the Hunchback. I mean, I think honestly it would be fine, like, if you just don't do subquests and stuff. Oh. This was oh, that's right. Okay, there's a mention that he was with Andri. These guys will speak to me. Oh. Name. Let's establish your identity first. I'm Bachelor Dankovsky, an authorized representative of the Inquisitor, head of the sanitary staff. Your company commander should have informed you. Right, so what are you here for? Yeah, I'll play big balls here. No, you'll be the one to answer my questions, not the other way around. On what authority are you here? Answer unless you fancy a court-martial, that is. I am supposed to be taking charge a little bit. We're here on duty, kind sir. So you're the offender's friend, then, or an accomplice. I'm not his friend. I'm on duty as well. I want to hear a full report. now. Keep calling me his friend. I barely know the guy. He's an alcoholic. That's he's obsessed with, I believe, Maria, architecture, and alcohol. At least I assume Turin is an alcohol. I don't remember if it was ever explicit in saying that it was. For all I know, it's apple juice. Let's get more. Let's get milk pilled a little bit more. Yeah, that's the obvious assumption. I don't know if it says explicitly. Yeah. Yeah, I sent it in a zip because it's what, 5 or 6 images, so it's more efficient for me to just zip them and send them. Just download it and then open it with 7-zip, dude. Yeah. Anyway, then it should be of interest to you that your friend is to be held responsible for the crime of murder in cold blood of 4 servicemen. Well, so am I. Our informer has indicated that the murderous architect resides in this very house. The sentence is to be executed immediately. And now you're going to tell me where the offender can be found. Why in the world would I do that? We're going to find the offender sooner or later anyway. We already have tactical data suggesting that one of the offenders is hiding the ruined building in the central part of town and is presenting armed resistance. I suggest you cooperate in his arrest or else. He'll come back here soon. Wait and he'll be here. Okay. So they decided to get rid of Peter after all. What does Andrew have to say on the matter? I'd like to hear him boast of how he cares for his emotionally fragile sibling. Let's find Peter before he does anything reckless, like burn any evidence of his work. He must be hiding somewhere in town. But where? I'm guessing Andrew knows. Because if Maria didn't know, Andrew is like the only other person I can imagine. Those are the only people that I know that he has relation to. And I'm pretty sure he's an adherent, isn't he? Yeah, both the Statomatons are. Yeah, I was talking when I first booted it up that I can't imagine that anyone else really has more interaction with at least Peter. I mean, I could be wrong, of course. Sticky is I'll assume basically rip at this point. Yeah, just that he's become relevant only very late game, it seems. There was, I think, 1 or maybe 2 other quests with him involved. Let me just despawn this rat. And he's very central to the polyhedron. And I assume the polyhedron is very specific to Bachelor. So I guess he's just a late game, don't talk to him a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does a whole bunch with, like, Haruspix or Changeling. Okay. In before Andrew isn't here, by the way. I love this late state of the game, by the way, where we're getting gunfire.asmr. I'm... Okay, he is here.
A bull is down? Well, that's one straightforward allegory. Way too straightforward.
On that
Get
note,
it?
I should check my map. Yeah, all the parallels with bulls and with Septipus half spoiling, calling what's his name? Ogimski. Big Vlad. Buddhist. Alright. Oh, just the person I want to see. We've had quite an adventure here. My knife loves strife. It has a gripe with a type filled with tripe. He suddenly turned into bad grief. So tell me, what would be best? Should I drag my little brother over here to always have him by my side, or rather move to his place? Wait! I didn't even see the responses. Bachelor responded like the exact same way. I guess I have to go with it. That's griefess, isn't it? You're talking just like him. Type filled with what? How did you put it? I was actually quoting Grief. Oh. He loves this kind of folk say. Claims it attracts luck to weapons and averts malicious spells. Taking lives is disturbing, you know. Anyone who dares do that will get their just desserts. I know from experience. Whom did you kill? You see, my dear brother is seeing pink elephants. He's talking to bottles. The conversations seem to be enlightening, too. He mostly does the listening. And so he's gotten into his head, as far as I understood. He decided that he was at his limit and wanted to try his luck. Is he in a crisis? Let me guess. It started yesterday. He's been getting uncanny ideas. He wanted to pay visits to all his early works. I mean the ugly ruins, the stairways to heaven that are scattered around town. He said he needed to find the ideal place for something, and I have no idea what he has in mind. Alright, so what about the adventure? He broke loose and ran outside, wild and disoriented. Fell across some soldiers. I've been told that he had been preparing to leave his humble abode beforehand. Someone's heard the ruckus. Thankfully, I got there in time. He managed to provoke the Royal Riflemen somehow, so they started clubbing him. And then, well, you know me. Well, we already know. He's killed 4. All too well. Do you even realize the consequences? What's wrong with you? I'll just deal with everything that needs to be dealt with, and that's it. I'm never leaving him again. All our lives, we've been persecuted for being extraordinary. As soon as a genius sets foot out of his house, he's immediately struck by lightning. You must know that we're birds of a feather, you and us. Yeah, why didn't you abandon any and all business to stay with him? Why didn't you take him with you? Why would I? They didn't even know who Peter was and where he lived. He never reported to them, I hope. Even if he did, well, none of them got out of there alive. No, Andrew, we are not birds of a feather. You're absolutely mental.
Yes.
I'll never leave my little brother again. I'll stay right by his side, and I won't let anyone come close too. At least closer than my knife can fly. May have withdrawn too far away from you while you were wasting your time boasting here. So, okay. It sounds like he's going to be... are there just 2 or are there 3 stairways to heaven? We got 1 here. 1 here. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the map to see if anything else is different. No. Perhaps sometime during the quest, though, again, updated. So yeah, we got 1 here, 1 here. And I don't know if this has also been called the Stairway to Heaven, but I'm going to assume it is. It's a very similar structure to this one. I don't remember what this structure is. Well, it sounds like we might just have to try doors. Since Andrew's no help. Haven't gotten a side quest yet, and haven't gotten mail. But, to my benefit, at least the number of people that I have to... People have been dying and getting sick, so there's less people I have to check in on. I should probably
Whose
go
child was
into
crying there?
the polyhedron. I hadn't thought of that, but it's possible that they'll have a side quest or something for me. It's possible even that Peter's gone in there, though I doubt it. Just a little bit of plague. No. It's just like right there. I haven't saved yet, by the way, today. How is my... Okay, not too bad. Okay, let me check on Aspity. I'm not expecting too much from Aspity. Nor Grace, though I might check both of them. Also because, at least in her verbal dialogue, though I think the verbal dialogue is mostly to notify you of what the other characters... Ooh, what the other characters are doing. There was a mention of, I believe, the Boneyard in Clara, so maybe there's something funky that's gone on there, so I'm gonna pop by Grace. Oh yeah, there's just butchers walking around now. I guess now that the Termitary's unlocked. Do they barter? No. Alright, let's go say hi to Grace. She'll probably have nothing to say, I'm wagering. I'm sorry, Aspity. If I said Grace, I think I did it. And we're gonna see both. All the same.
It's better not to ask. Silence is golden.
Yeah. I have a decent amount of time to work with today, so going to use it. Hey, buddy. Hey, my man. Get out of here. You're not my man. You ain't my boy. And I also want to pop by, Bag Reef.
Yes?
Not just for a weapon, but Bag Reef might actually have a clue as to where Peter is. Oh no, was I given a bunch of time because there's going to be no real strong clues as to where Peter is going to be? What else I want to visit, right? I highly doubt that Capella is going to have anything of interest. So it's probably cool to just walk this. Place looted, or had the banner up? Doesn't really look like there's anything wrong here, though. Probably no reason for me to visit Notkin either. I've hardly spoken to him. Unless I get some reason to, I'm not going to be arsed. Alright. Really? Oh, did I get... Cool. That's like all... I was at max health. Excellent. At least I'm doing pretty well. everything else wise. Honestly, I'm a little bit lucky it didn't just outright kill me.
He who loans a minute owes a year in interest.
I wonder, dying ain't no fun. You ain't gonna pay your way out of the netherworld. Could earn some coin there, though. I hear the pay's good. And so the man starts to wonder.
So,
No shotgun available. That's fine. So this is affordable. I could potentially sell some things of value. I won't be surprised if my equipment has like 0 durability right now. I'm slightly tempted actually to sell my melee weapons. Okay, he does not purchase crowbars and stuff. The panacea. I could sell one of the panaceas. That's might not be too bad of an idea. And just pay for a gun. Sell my panacea and get like sick military stuff. Change out my equipment. I'm thinking about it. I mean, it might actually pay off more. Though I don't know how good this protective stuff is. So, let's see, army boots, army gloves, overalls. I don't think I could buy all of them. We'll think about it though. Let me see, like, what we're looking at here. Yeah, it definitely doesn't even come close to paying for it. I think the only way I could get that is by lucky drops on an officer or something. Or maybe some side quest can hook you up. But yeah, we'll go with that. We'll sell one panacea. And get a rifle. The rifle was just too good. Fucking sick grief beats. Grief wave. I guess we can pop by Capella. And I think... Oh, I should also... I need to meet with the commander. Make sure it's loaded. All right. Dag. My infection went like way down. I had more infection before. What's up with that? Oh, did getting burned actually reduce my infection level? I think it did. This is a mess. Yes! I was hoping for that. No, he's got nothing. Damn. Alright, Capella. Buddhist is dead.
The children no longer remember me.
A little bit dizzy from the plague. That's no big deal. We'll just take some drugs. I don't have anything that isn't gonna blow me away. Actually, I don't think I have any immunity boosters. Alright, so let's go speak with the commander. This might be another day where I don't do a lot of actual reading. We might be doing a lot of just searching. Wanted to line that up. Dag. Waste of a shot. Should have let him get hit a few times first, but I'm not going to worry about it. Opposite side. What are you doing, dude? We don't let arsonists in our town. Get out of here, rat. Nobody likes your style.
My arms are stiff.
I hope that in this particular Inquisitor I would find a friend and not the usual enemy. But no, she has already assigned us a part in her scheme, and my heart tells me it's a dark one. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've already read that. So I guess nothing from him. People have been surprisingly uncooperative today. Looting places, and even the gun doesn't seem all that valuable right now, since I can't even barter their, I mean, so the arsonists do still drop, like, good food and stuff like that, so. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just everything. We just get all the plague right now. Alright.
This town is a monument to several generations.
Okay.
It was built by our fathers.
So I'm going to, I think I've spoken to everyone. Oh, except I haven't gone in the polyhedron. Want to increment to save. I'll go in the polyhedron before I just start checking doors. this is one of the stairways, so I'll actually check doors while I'm here. Yeah, I saw this structure on the map and I wasn't quite sure what it was. I can afford a lockpick if that's what I need to get in. I don't think I have one. No. Wide doors in the stairway. It's. Oh, yeah, I guess so. No. At least someone to accept crowbars, though. Yeah, I didn't even think. It's because I climbed one of the stairways and I was like, ah, this sucks. I don't need to be here. So I kind of like initially put it out of my head. Doesn't look like he's here. I'm waiting for him to have jumped off one of them, actually. That being said... So yeah, when I finish Pathologic, I do all 3 characters. Since I'm in the area, let's actually just do this instead of going all the way to the polyhedron. Yeah, when I finish all 3 characters of Pathologic, this is gonna become Russian lit stream. We're gonna do Tolstoy. We're gonna do Dostoevsky. Get some hot Brothers Karamazov action happening. We're all gonna laugh at my inability to pronounce things. I like how you can hear all the babies crying at the top of the stairs. Okay, just that one left. Realizing in the conversation with Andri, I think that there might have been a slight hint that he's in the north one, because Bachelor suggests that Andri checks south and I check north. Oh, jeez. Okay, our turn. You, boy on the street, what day is this? Oh. What is this? Oh, we got an executor there. Save here. Hop! Rip. Okay, that's obviously not the intended method. Or if it is. I mean, I don't have... I'm not that low on health, actually, right now. Though I could be low enough. Like, do I gotta do something silly where I gotta get... Hit him. A letter. this unexpected invitation. I beg you to believe what I say. These recent events are monstrous. My hands tremble so much I can hardly write. He is here again. Come to the rod. I need you. Katerina Savarova. Curious. Executor told me you were sick. Also, back here, plague ready to get me. Want? Oh, he killed him. Okay. Was it that combat? Why did he just blast me right there? Was there a rat on me? Or was there a guy chasing me? I don't even know. Rat there. Can I just squeeze? Probably not. Oh, I can. I can just squeeze through. I can just squinks right in. Oh, is there another entrance right? Is this possible? Can I, like, crouch into it? No. Legit not sure if that's supposed to even be what I do. Oh! Well, we're gonna get the hot combat music while I read this. Send me the dark blue flame. I desire to burn down, not earthly, but in heavenly fire. Okay, this music is actually pretty obnoxious. So please do bring me this spicy spirit. Bring me smoky, dense, odorous sap. I want to burn myself into a rhyme. Queer it. Keep going with the, like, hard eye. But I guess you could put an emphasis on any syllable. How about some water? Silence, listen to my confession. I'd rather confess to you than to her. Listen, I shall tell you of what I managed to create. When I studied architecture, for the longest time I remained passive and didn't do or make anything at all, except observations. It always seemed to me that any house is so much more than walls, a hearth, and a roof. Alright, I'm listening. At last I realized that any building is an edifice. A concurrence of planes, lines, rhythms, and temperatures that can become a perfect vessel for a soul. Not a human soul, no. A bigger one. The soul that no man can communicate with yet, for it has no shape, cycle, or voice. Are you referring to an intelligent being? I don't know. Neither did I know or experience this soul back then. I only sensed its existence and loved it in advance. When my passion reached its zenith, I realized emphasis on any syllable. I realized I just couldn't live like that any longer. I wanted to speak its tongue. I wanted to touch it. Go on. So I gradually began to try. I started to design buildings that were not buildings. Chambers that people couldn't live in. Everyone thought I was either a madman or a joke. Only my brother believed in me. He and the few that were privy to my secret. They knew that my designs were not intended for men, but rather for this wondrous soul. What came out of that? Finally, I understood that I was on the right track. I knew I've discovered an insane but genuine feature that only a lover can feel, and I knew I was striking true. I constructed project after project, but all of them contravened the laws of earthly physics and geometry. Seems like my beloved soul was unlikely to find a permanent shelter on this earth. Here we go. Have this. And some slinky ASMR. The music, it's making my brain crazy. Especially because it's combat music, so it's like putting me a little bit tense. Okay, why? Chimeras. They were all chimeras. Nobody would have allowed me to even model them. if not for Nina the Wild. That's when my brother and I met her. She married Victor, went to live here and provided me with everything. The place, the materials, the working hands, and most importantly, the hearts willing to believe in miracles. What do you mean? I mean that buildings demand people. Moreover, they demand the people that would demand those buildings back. Museum showpieces, models, abstractions, mind games. These are all not my cups of tourin. Nina gave me a whole living town. A town aching and craving to go heavenwards, to the stars. A town desperately hungering for a crown. The crown I've given to it. Is that so? I built it from prisms and mirrors. I've managed to focus them, to capture the perfect trick of light and dream. That's right, I'm a trick master. Oh shit, Joker's trick. The ultimate magician. I focus the aura of magic, just like a lens focuses sun rays. Now the town is dying, poisoning my precious wreath, my crystal bud, my focus. Yeah, but what can your polyhedron really do? I cannot put it into words. It's only been tested by the children yet. If you ask them, they tell you that it brings their dreams to life, plays their games, daydreams with them, transports them into someone else's fantasies. Heard anything about it? I have. But the Canes could tell you even more. They tell you this is a vessel that can hold the most precious substance of all, the focus of a soul. But even they cannot understand what they've been granted. Neither can I. And I will not be able to repeat it. I'm dead. So this is suicide? It is. See, cheers, mate. I was smart enough to take the designs of my creation to the parting. Give them to me as a keepsake. Old boy, I'm a thirsty old boy. Bring me 5 bottles of. I think I traded some of that. Turin, and you can have the designs. No one would be able to decipher them anyway. And if they do, no one would build it. Fine, I'll bring them to you. Wait for me and don't do anything stupid. I'll be back soon. Oh, and then the music ends. Oh, here it is. Music's back. Alright. Okay. Squint! What? Why is he attacking me? Is there something going on that I don't understand? Do I got too much plague or something? What's going on? I might just have to kill him. Couldn't squeeze through that way. This is gonna be obnoxious. Unless there was a way in and out that I didn't see before. I don't think so, though. So, get ready for the scum. My reputation shouldn't be low. And no one else is... Yeah, no, I got maxed out reputation. Unless max reputation is bad. Yeah, he's going right for me. I kind of feel like there's something wrong. Like... It's just Slav game being Slavic. Alright, so I'll kill him. One murder shouldn't hurt my reputation that much. Oh, well, they immediately return fire. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this, honestly. I might just have to, like, reload an older save. I don't need to go really talking to anyone. I mostly wandered. Bumping into no one. And I'll just beeline it straight here. Because I honestly probably don't even need to talk to Andrew. Let's see. Oh, goddamn, I clicked out. Yeah, so this is funky. Check. And then I touched the fire slightly. Is there something I was supposed to do with the fire? And I don't realize it? Use water on fire? So yeah, this is something funky. Can I jump out of this or something? I don't think that there's another exit. We're gonna jumping puzzle our way out. God damn, I almost had that too. What killed me? Did something in the game bork? I think something broke. Like, let me look around. Who's coming for me? I see, I don't even see who's having combat with me. I think something happened. So here's where the combat was happening. I think something happened. Let me move like this. So you can see that a combat happened here. I think something screwed up while I was talking with him. Where it, like, somehow aggroed me. And now, for some reason, everyone in the town hates me. Exit like this. Okay, sick jump. I don't know. I think I might have to just reload from an earlier save. I have a feeling something glitched in the game. I can't imagine what else would have gone on. So I'll like try one more time, but if that doesn't work out, I'll just try and get on this. See if I can outsmart this game. Because I have maxed reputation. Oh, yo, there's a guy right there. This is the guy that burned me. Yeah, they're aggro to me for... Yeah, no wasted time. Let's just go back. Something went wrong with the game. I think there's a little bit of wasted time, but not a lot. Or no, this is when I first started up the game. Or is it? No, it's not. I just spoke to Peter. And I'll just power through his text. Peter's. Or I think I misspoke. I think I misspoke in saying that I just spoke to Peter. This is having just spoke to Andrew. Let's see if there's actually a food. Wrong room. That's a ninja. Probably don't need the lemon, honestly. I want milk. Trust the bowl. I don't have the rifle, though. Which might be fine, because I might end up buying Turin. In fact, I could buy some Turin here. How much do I have? Just one? I knew I should have held on to it. I was a massive, like, grabbler when it came to the Turin, until I eventually gave in to get some food from a town guard. too pricey. So I'll have to hit up Grief. Because I'm pretty sure he sells Twirin. I don't know if the regular, like, butcheries ever sell it. Let's go this way. Well, hey, let's, play double efficient. It's silly to... Let's play pretend I don't know what I need to do. And let's just get the Twirin. And get my rifle while I'm at it. Yeah, I think the only thing that seems to make sense is if it glitched in some way, like, hear me out. If you watch enough Pan and Coic, this will make sense to you. I spoke to Peter within let's say the same frame as a thug died. All right, and because it happened same frame, it didn't register that the guy fighting him needed to stop fighting. So instead, it took the next person in the like order of operations, which may be the player character. That's the worst one. Is there another way in and out that doesn't have me going by that every time? I guess this way. Jesus. 'Cause I don't even know if there's actually a way to get around that. Aggressive rat. I don't know how I didn't get that smog. Don't burn me. The rats are more dangerous with the pyros around.
Torek has appeared in a lot. So, the latest wasn't the last. That'd be lovely.
Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense, is, and it probably is just like some weird error. Hey, Grief, I don't think that's the standard market price. I think that's slightly more expensive. What are you doing? A little bit disappointed, by the way, that he doesn't buy the crowbars and the, like, razors and stuff like that. That's purely just barter fodder. Anyway, I want to give up one of the Panacea. Rifle out. And we got drugs. Let's just overrate. This is the busted one. How do we get out this exit? Looks like we gotta go this way. I guess so. Though I thought those guys were technically rogue. The people that you go around killing are not in league with Bad Grief. Okay, how do we actually get to this? Oh. Okay, at least that one you can move through. Okay. I still couldn't get around it. Come on. Please, I'm tired of... The game is killing me with the pyros. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Especially because that person in rags ran in I even tried like desperately to respond to it. But just not, you got no health now. Granted, I probably have no fire protection whatsoever. Yeah. I haven't had anyone walk by that can actually repair my gear. It's killing me. Squints through. Ah. Just so much plague here. It won't stop. What are you doing, dude? Are they going around just torching the people dying of plague on the ground? Don't burn me. Oh, get this guy. Or not. Oh god. So much plague, not worth it. Bail, cut our losses. Sunken cost. And then he gets me? Game, I'm at max health. Game, you're killing me. This is the comedy run now. One shots me with the throwing knife. God damn. Yeah, I don't know if you can get in and out of that area without just getting a little bit of plague. And then a rat. I don't want to go down there with a rat following me because... Oh, what is this place? What do you sell? Egg. Alright. One egg. Yeah, but having a rat chase you around the guys with torches, that's a recipe for suicide right there. So much plague. Yeah, honestly, the military is more of a hazard than most of the crooks in town. Lockpick. Just in case. Get this way. Let's despawn that rat. This place is looted, but it's also got the goo on the walls. Is that normally the case? I don't seem to remember that being so. Okay. So we're gonna save in an increment. See if we can splinks in here. Ah. think I took actually all the top choices. Oh, except this one. Okay. Alright. I brought the tour in. Now give me the designs. Here you go. Carefully or they'll catch fire. Have you seen how it burns, by the way? It's a Fuhrer work. The flame of deep green, navy, purple, crimson, black. You're going to see it now. Don't worry about the designs. They'll be in good hands. So a bunch of vertices. Excellent. Okay. I've recovered the priceless designs. I should take them to the Inquisitor immediately. Okay, let's see if we can squinks in. Get a little bit of health, but it won't make a difference if the fire kills me. God damn. I don't know if there's another way in. Like if I'm even doing this correctly. I don't have a way of repairing my armors at all. At least not to my knowledge. I'll walk around it and see if there is a hidden way I can squeeze in. There's a gap in the fence, and it really looks like you could get in there. But I don't think that the stealth crouch really changes. Never really used the plague vision. Can we? Oh, look at this. Okay, we can actually jumping puzzle our way in. Okay. I didn't. Let's be fair. Would you expect a jumping puzzle in this game? Okay, so Okay, what can the polyhedron do? All right, and then we give him the Turin. But yeah, let's try this. Stop. I have a better idea. Oh, that's right. Maria asked me to tell you something. Yeah, she'll become a mistress and construct your latest invention. She gave me her word. I forgot about that. Maria? Maria is turning into a chrysalis now. Who knows what kind of butterfly will flutter from it. By the way, Maria is your to unite with now. I believe yours. I think it's a typo. Maria is yours to unite with now, not mine. I'll help her, Peter. Do not give up so easily. Come out of the fire. Okay. Hopefully that'll keep him from kilociting himself. So I'm gonna save again and see if there is a safe way out. Like, is this doable? Nope. This is a weird thing to show up in this game. I might actually be able to make that, just barely. But look for another spot. Like, if I can land on the fence, it might be good. I don't know. I can try going for this again. Peter being in the middle of all this actually makes it quite a bit tougher. Please. Okay. I think this is too high up, even if I manage to land on the fence. Yeah. Maybe I just gotta squinks through the fire? Guaranteed you have to do it once type deal? I mean, I know you can get through the fire without taking damage. It's possible. It's just tough. Getting that positioning right. There doesn't really seem to be another position to jump from. So, go for it. Hey, we nailed it. Saving that. That's a keeper. Okay. So we should hit up Maria and the Inquisitor. So I think I probably won't get rewarded from that, other than it might keep Peter from killing himself. Which, I mean, I guess that's a win. I'll be fair, though. If a minor dialogue thing like that can get someone killed, that's pretty rough for cutting you out of a good ending. That's strict. I was a little bit disoriented. I couldn't remember if this was the southern bridge or the northern bridge. Okay, line this sucker up. Arsonist. I saw you prowling about too. Hey, buddy. Got any tasty foods for me? I love the way he sort of Gumbies out sometimes when you shoot him.
There's more life in me that can be lived.
Actually, there's no reason for you to come and see me today, for I am a chrysalis. No, you are a truly beautiful woman, Maria. I don't know, it seems like there's a reason. Let's be honest. Let's go. You know, if I'm going to do like Russian lit, if I do actually end up doing that, I should do someone like that's not as well known. But then again, maybe outside of Tolstoy and Dostoevsky. I'm not sure if Russians even were literate. Anyway.
I haven't slept for 3 nights in a row. I don't think I'll manage another one.
Here are the blueprints. Hopefully you'll treat them with utmost care. They will probably become a bibliographical. Oh, that word was not coming out. Bibliographical rarity, even before the author passes away. That's out of the question. From what I know about the author, he doesn't have much time left. A wild lifestyle, heightened anxiety, alcohol, and hallucinogen addiction. Obsessive phobias, remarkably intensive neural stress. I might. And yet you were implying something else when mentioning his short lifespan. What? No. As you are probably aware, yesterday I took that young man under my protection and averted a threat to him. Admittedly, I also implied that people like him are always in danger. Always. Tell me, How long have you known that man? We made an acquaintance some time ago. I forgot that we knew each other. Mastermind. I'll check it when I'll check it now. Just check it right now since we got dialogue up. I think I might pass on that. Killing me. Yeah, I get my stuff back up. That's the problem with me checking images. At least whenever I have pop-up chat. Anyway. Yeah, if I ever want to look at an image or something, someone posts, I gotta hide all the windows. Has he ever told you of the simulator? Milk mouth. Has he ever told you of the similarities the two of you bear? That you could end up in a position similar to his and vice versa. That being an inevitable victim of circumstance is the only fate available to a genius. I ask you to be precise. A lot of things hinge on your answer. That's a disturbing question. No, he never said that. Well, let's take a look at the blueprints then. What do you think? Well, as far as I could tell looking at it, it was just a bunch of arrows. It's rubbish, a pointless illusion conjured up by a lunatic. Is that what you think? Well, I'll have a look. Go now, and only come back here after a while, preferably tomorrow. Alright. Just as I intended. Well, that was a fast main quest. I mean, it's still 11. Even if I did all the wandering that I had done earlier, I would have been done by maybe 3 p.m. Let's visit the polyhedron, though, and see what Khan has to say. I mean, I could also hit up the termitary and see, no, I don't think I have the letter yet. No, I think that shows up at noon. So it's coming soon, but not quite yet. And I'll get on that, because it was weird, because it was Katerina. But Katerina's sick. We'll see. I got some panacea for her if she needs it. And if I still got extra time, I can go raiding. Use my vaccine. Go nuts in Plague District. Get a bunch of goodies. I can't get in. No one's here to let me in. At least have this music play if I'm gonna pause for milk pour. Slinky ASMR. There we go. Let me. Yeah, I'm realizing even if I had the dosh to purchase the better armors and stuff, I don't know if I could even do anything with it. Because it would probably break down, and I've not bumped into anyone to repair the stuff that I even have right now. Namely because of how, you know, looted and plague-ridden the city is right now. And to my disappointment, it doesn't seem to be damage taken that eats away at durability. for clothing. Instead, it just seems to be time passing damages clothing. So, you know, playing conservatively wouldn't help. So, make our way to the Termitary. We'll probably get the letter from Katerina Saburova in the meantime. And we can maybe figure out what we're doing about that. By the way, on that note, Septipus, I don't think you've convinced me that outside of Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, there are any literate Russians. Just ignore that ninja. Oh no, I can Google. I'm not gonna do it right now. I mean, I just had the thought right now. Oh, I read that as Google. No, I had already corrected myself. So fast that caps lock. Faster than even my own self-correction. That's why we don't take our... I think get jumped from the rear. Okay, there's the letter. I'm going nowhere. Going this way. Alright, so yeah. I feel like it's been a bit since I saved. Alright. I'll check it out. We ain't got too many days left. Just stock up on supplies. Health is doing okay, other than the slow draining of the plague. What is... Okay. The rats. Let me go around the corner and despawn these rats. This may be where I need to go anyway.
I've got a firm hand.
Yeah, I'm guessing I need to speak to the executor. Getting hung up on the geometry of this place a bit. Victim of your carelessness. Ah, it wasn't my carelessness. Anyway. Panacea, let me in. I'll cure them. That could be dangerous. Give it to me. It is I who brings them back. Take it. Can I now go in?
Yes.
There you are, Bachelor. I've been waiting for you. Waiting to reveal to you. Nobody else knows this secret, and I never tell them. Who else could I reveal it to but you? The man that only came here for its sake. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who I'm talking about? So, we talking about Simon? Simon is alive. I just saw him suddenly appear at the Crucible. I sense him, you know. I can't ignore it. I woke up, but the feeling refused to let go of me. He's there. He is still there. It was a lie, an illusion. Reuben will back up my words. Why Reuben? Reuben must tell the truth. He never lies. If you make him swear on his master's name, he'll tell you that he never dissected the body. Simon is at the Crucible. It was all an illusion, a deception. Yeah, why would we arrange such a deception? What's the benefit of this? Illusions. The Canes engineered the epidemic, then hid it behind a false murder. Simon is at the Crucible. I know he is. They will have proof. If you won't do it, I'll stoop to asking the Changeling, and even the Haruspics if she refuses to. Aglaia will heed their words, more willingly than she would heed mine. But she needs to know. Simon is, to a certain extent, a concept. That much I have concluded by now, which means your words can be taken very much as an allegory. No. That's exactly why the Canes are so abhorrent. Any fantasy that only has the right to exist in the realm of dreams, they give substance. It's as if they're just bringing all those illusions, all the vastness available to the human imagination into this world. Fine, but why are you so upset? I beg you on my knees, go to him, see for yourself that he is alive. Let the Inquisitor rend the Canes to pieces. Aglaia will be happy because the only good thing in her is the hatred of the Canes. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, now you do. Oh, how generously she shall reward you for the news, for exposing the villains on the eve of everyone's doom. A truly heroic deed. So why won't you do it? I ask for so little. Alright, well, I was going to visit the Crucible anyway. Perhaps there really is no smoke without fire. Alright. Reuben is also sick. So, is there just a point where you're forced to cure people? It's kinda seeming. Am I gonna regret selling that panacea? According to Katerina, Simon Kane has returned to the Crucible. She swears she can feel his presence. How is this even possible? Did she transport herself completely into the world of the chimeras? Only Reuben can answer that. He was the last person to see Simon alive. This is interesting for a side quest, though I can see why it's made a side quest if it requires such expensive goods. I'll have to consider, because Bad Grief might still have the... Oh, it might have hiked up way in price, though. The Panacea. Buying it back might not be an option. Oh! Little bird hears you. It's much too late to make noises like that, little boy. Yeah, I need to arrange the bird cam and stuff in a better way. Arrange it a little bit nicer. It's very jury-rigged the way it is right now. So much plague. shoot. I don't know where I'm being attacked from, so I'll just reload. But yeah, set up a little thing where we can maybe collect donations for the bird. Might be fun, might be cute. Yeah, there's no real avoiding that without just luck. So it's not got the same place. Oh my god. Really? A rat? I guess we'll be checking this first.
Rumor has it.
He does still have it. But yeah, it's too expensive now to buy it back. Why won't you people fix my stuff? Okay. So it just kind of has it marked in the crucible. Let me see if the executor will let me heal him. I'm gonna need all 3 panacea, aren't I? Oh, Reuben. Oh, yeah. The crucible is where the Caneses are.
But the manhunt is tightening.
They let me go, but it can't be. Georgie was supposed to put me to death. Why would he have put you to death? Why, blasphemy, of course. Do you still not realize the fate that befell Simon? Tell me the truth, Reuben. Is Simon alive? What do you mean? Simon is dead. Certainly dead. Now, although he was alive, for all the while he thought to be dead. He was thought to be dead. Katerina Subarova came back from another sojourn with the spirits and declared that Simon has arisen in the crucible. Just now. She's hysterical. Well, Katerina is... that Clara did something to her. Took her power and her crown as a mistress. Are you certain that she said that? It's impossible. I broke Simon down into tiny particles with my own hands and turned him into the white vaccine. How are you certain that the man whose body you took was Simon Kane? You think I don't know what Simon looked like? You think his greatness, his noble visage, is comparable to his brother or anyone else? After all, if he wasn't his... If it wasn't his superhuman blood, who else's... Oh my god. Who else's could fight the disease for so long and almost beat it? Even if at the cost of lethargy. Whose? Can you tell me? Understand that in all my time here, I've never, not even once, seen Simon. The only man I hope to meet here. I never saw him alive, never saw him dead. What do you expect me to believe? Fine. Ask at the Crucible. Since they let me go, they clearly don't think of me as either a murderer or a blasphemer. Let them explain where Simon is. I've said all I can. By the name of your master, Reuben, answer me. Did you tell the truth? Oh. Well, we'll check it out, I guess in like a week or 2. It's all true. Well, I guess we won't know until quite a few weeks after that. I broke Simon down into particles. Anything that couldn't be used to make the vaccine, I burned. There was no mistake. Can't you see? Only that wondrous organism could produce the white vaccine. The one that's still keeping hundreds of people alive, I give you my word. Very well. Then my path takes me to the Crucible once again. Just as 9 days ago when your master directed me there. Okay. Oh, he learns it much earlier. I'm guessing also there's a vice versa, where I learn, I'm like disoriented here. I've already learned things that seem, I guess, unimportant that Haruspix doesn't know. I mean, I guess, except for the fact that Haruspix is just a Chad lad. He gets straight to the plot. Just can't squinks it. Why'd you burn me? I don't know. Weird aggro on these guys. I don't know, maybe a rat was chasing me, I just didn't see it. Okay.
I'd
Power
rather
through
not
this.
go looking for another.
I'm alive. Okay. Oh, the bird. Alright. Let's hope the guy with a flamethrower doesn't decide to just kill me on the spot again. Is it easier for me to go around this way? There we go. Are you gonna burn me? Okay, we're cool. Oh, the bird hears the sync going, so he's got to talk about it. We'll just despawn this rat. Being that rats basically just paint a target on your back for the NPCs to kill you. Whoa, it's Oliver Twist Kid. Well, I can actually barter with him. I was gonna say he's gonna have nothing. It's 2. And I don't need more Meterum. I'm good. At this point, Meterum really is more valuable as just trading fodder. Or as in for money. So where's this sick loot you could drop? That's pretty cool. Not the best, but pretty cool. Alright, so we'll start with Maria. Yeah, I still kind of am going by the theory that. So if you see two of the same like NPC in one district, I think that they always have the same stuff. Not sure about that. Definitely the policemen don't apply to that rule. Now that we're over here, before I get torched again.
Why can't I move on my own?
Maria? Answer me, Maria. Are you aware that I've always been completely honest with you? I am, and Daniel, you're a man of honor. Maria? Tell me, Maria, have you always been frank with me? You are the only person I've always been frank with, Daniel. It's probably because our meeting was so strange. We have spent too little time together. You're the only one I've been honest with, and I will keep being honest with you, Daniel. I don't want to lie to you. Maria, tell me, is it true that Simon is alive? Not quite. It's complicated. But you're not going to believe me anyway. It's a pity that you've come to know our family at this horrible time. None of us are in tune with their true nature these days. Hopefully you haven't yet talked to, haven't been to the right wing. The wing where my father used to live. What's going on with you all, Maria? Mysticism. I can only tell you that you should trust us, but if you would rather abandon us now and go over to the winner's side, then you should leave. Rather that, watch us perish. What in the world are you talking about? Uncle is preparing to die. I am preparing to be awakened. My father will not be here for long. I don't think I'll ever understand you, the Canes. We are innocent before our town. Nobody has ever done so much for the people as we have. Just wait some more until I awaken, and I shall explain it to you. I trust you, but would those who want to see you fall do likewise? Alright. Talk to my dear, to my father. Just don't be surprised by anything. Do not ask unnecessary questions. He's a bit out of it, but he can offer good advice. Fine, I'll do just that. You know, when someone says, like, promise to not be mad, the only response I can have, promise I will be mad, otherwise you wouldn't be asking that. Promise you won't be surprised. Oh no, if you have to give me that much forewarning, I can almost guarantee I am going to be surprised. I want to start with Victor to see what he has to say before I jump straight to Georgie.
The carcass in the lot classifies as incitement, but we won't be provoked. Who could have done something like that?
My consciousness hasn't completely returned to me yet. I can hardly imagine how much must have changed here since then. I need to ask you a question. Ask. I shall answer as clearly as I can. Do you know why ghosts always speak in riddles? It used to puzzle me, after all. I've never felt compelled to resort to allegory in order to draw conclusions from my visions. Now I know the answer. Their consciousness is fragmented. Is it true that Simon Kane is alive? But what do you call life? Will be Bachelor. Life is any state of human being that is different from death. Do you know of that which we call memory? Yes, I have the basic idea. Why then do you ask me that question about Simon? Katerina was in a frenzy. She's convinced that Simon is at the Crucible. Ah, so that's why. Tell me, did Katerina only talk about Simon? Only him? And you say she was in a frenzy. Did she not notice the presence of another person at the Crucible? The very thought of whom should make the girl tremble. Oh, hey, cheers. No, she only spoke of Simon. So you want to know the truth about Simon. So be it. You will. The truth is that Georgie Kane, who so ardently desired eternal life for his brother, has committed himself in entirety to Simon's memory. He is imbued completely with the memories of him. That is what Katerina saw, but she is very sloppy with her visions. Powerful comments. Graphic design. I think I'm beginning to understand. If Katerina starts spreading rumors of Simon's return, tell them Georgie has gone mad. That he imagines himself to be Simon, and Katerina is sensing those waves. Talk to Georgie. Let him confirm that his consent to being presented as a madman. You mean he must himself agree that I paint him as insane? Yes, go to him. Talking to him will open your eyes to the truth. You are a perceptive man, after all. Help us. Such rumors would be very inopportune. And please accept some money. It will be of use in shutting up a few particularly big mouths. Alright, well, if I want good ending, I gotta side with the Keyneses. And accept I will. I hear the words of a person born to rule. I'm doubly grateful that this power has nothing to do with me. Dollarinos. Something strange is happening here. Everything I see in the Crucible bears a trace of insanity. Victor says I should trust Georgie when he tells me of his own madness. But is it even remotely plausible that a madman would corroborate his own condition? Not at all. What is it? I don't know. That's not necessarily true. You can have moments of clarity if you got schizophrenia and realize that you're nuts. So. Another letter. Oh, from Immortel. There was a peculiar accident I'd like to tell you about. I'm not exactly sure whether or not it was in any way connected to recent events. Regardless, its consequences are dire. Besides, I need your advice. Please find a moment to attend my spectacular assembly as this time as my personal guest, not as a part of the audience. Respectfully, Mark Immortel, the impresario of freaks. Well, that's an unexpected letter. Alright, save before this, because this dialogue could get, like, something wacky.
In growing old, we become more foolish and more wise.
I just want to talk to you and ask for your blessing in a certain difficult affair. Yes, you're exactly as I imagined, my boy, when Isidore described you to me. I knew that this is the way I would like my heir to be. Alas, I have never begotten one. I am not the first Cain to lack a son, and, regrettably, not the last. Why? I think this is the price we pay for leaving too much life in our wake. Life that is lush, blooming, unpredictable, and unrestrained. The soul could have belonged to our children is dissolved in our man-made legacy. You are a mystic. Are you not seeing what you expected to see? What have you done to yourself, Judge? You know what I did. You will see if you look well enough. But that's not really the question, is it? What you really want to know is why. Yeah, I do want to know why. The truth about Simon Cain is the kind of truth that may only be explained to those ready to accept it. They want to know what happened to the body? Very well. Simon Cain was afflicted with a sand plague. His body had been torn into droplets and fibers. It's a pity that we now cannot produce his remains before the non-believers. What are they to find comfort in now? I do not know. For some reason, it seems to me that this changeling, Clara, can be of help here. Here's my final request. Tell the Inquisitor that Georgie Kane has... cheers, mate. That Georgie Kane has gone insane. That our family is in preparation for collective suicide. That should do. Perhaps she'll even leave you alone for another day or two. But that's not true, is it? Not entirely true, but true enough to satisfy a vigorous mind like hers. Temporary lives will depart, so the eternal lives will be reborn. Go now, my boy. You're no mystic after all. Alright. I'll do it. This is getting funky. Georgie is free of any mental disease. However, this is not the same Georgie I knew. Something has changed. Is this some kind of game? Or does he genuinely believe he is his own brother? Perhaps he is misled by an ill-conceived sense of moral obligation. Aglaya Lilith is the last oasis of reason amidst all this madness. I should tell her about Georgie's request. Alright. Don't burn me, dude. Get a bit of hunger. Just nip that right here. And also, my immunity's pretty. There we go. Bump up our immunity a little bit. The plague is pretty aggressive right now. At least in the like warehouse district.
There's little time left, and I still need to do so much.
What's your initial opinion on the blueprints? Change the subject real quick. My initial opinion is that of amazement. As far as I understand, such a structure simply cannot hold. Yeah, but we've been hearing that all game. Tell us something we don't know. All this could only work if a chamber was floating in a weightless state. Those charts are nothing but an intellectual fancy, a mind game. Like a perpetuum mobile. Is it being held up by something we can't see? That would explain a structure like that. Peter said the exact same thing. So how does it all stay in balance? Especially with 1,000 children inside. I don't understand. I was hoping you would explain that to me.
What happened in the bone stake lot? Has someone been burned there again?
Have you already been told about the Canes? God. These days I'm told about nothing but the Canes. Or do you mean something really special? I have extremely valuable information. Where do you imagine Simon Kane currently is? Partly in heaven, and partly in the ground, I suppose. Why? You have reason to believe otherwise? You should know that Georgie Kane has gone insane. He believes himself to be Simon. He will possibly die soon. Victor, too. I don't believe that. Out of the question. I don't even want to hear about it. Don't make me disappointed. I beg of you. I've told you what I intended to do. Draw your own conclusions. Is that so? Well, that changes everything. I will, of course, draw my own conclusions. In fact, I'm doing so right now. The information is indeed extremely valuable. I'll even allow myself to appease the precise price tag. However, it wouldn't be very nice for two crafty people like us to outwit each other. Wouldn't you agree? I have my own opinion, and I'll remain entitled to it, with your kind permission. Dollarinos. And nothing to buy. I mean, I could go to Grief and buy, like, new guns or something. I shouldn't have put my trust in Aglaya. Contrary to what I expected, the conversation with her did not set me at ease. Her eyes, I caught a glimpse of the strange flame that was illuminating Victor's gaze as we spoke. Did someone say that they were related? I think I'm going insane as well. Well, time to go hit up, hey friend. Find my cursor. The loot on the common thugs feels like it's dropped off a little bit. I mean, I guess that's possible. That different days opens up different loot. So I don't think I have to go by any of the really awful parts of town in order to get to the theater. Curious as to what Mark could want with me. Wandered this part of town in desperate search of someone to repair my clothes. Yeah, getting all that dosh. Hello, friend. Aw. I've had better friends. Hi, Mark.
Only knowing our fortune in advance could we predict our conduct.
You have my sincerest gratitude for finding an opportunity to pay a visit to a poor actor. But tell me, what do you make of the things you've witnessed recently? What is your impression? I'm referring to the few hours that we haven't seen each other. The impression is all over the place, to be blunt. I wholeheartedly agree. It's turning into a bedlam, wouldn't you agree? I can feel it here all too well. Still can't get used to the... Ooh. That's a new word for me. Piquancy of the whole ordeal? See for yourself. I've been thinking about leaving this place of the dead for a while now, but I get the feeling that this is exactly the place for me to fulfill my part. Why did you want to see me? To confirm your sharpest observation, actually. I've got competition now, as you can see. The lowest kind of it, I suppose. I am no tragedian myself. I'm rather a comedian. But this is a most grotesque and insane parody. And... Oh! Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Whatever, I don't care about, like, words or definitions. I'm not gonna let myself get cucked by a dictionary. Get out. And who is the competition? Some mob is trying to act out a... I'm not sure what to call it. It's not really a performance. Well, they're trying to act out a living image of something by the bone stake. Although I'm not sure living is the best word. Centerpiece is a dying creature, after all. Are they planning to lynch someone there once again? I don't know. I have only the executor's sardonic reports at the moment. I wouldn't have bothered you with this, not for the nasty smell coming from the detestable farce. But, honestly, who would really believe it was my epigon's doing? The mob thinks it's a heavenly portent, no less. Consider my curiosity piqued. I'll have a look when I get a chance. Yeah, my brain didn't register it quite right. Chimera, the pictogram. A lot of really busy side quests this day. A sacred sign was revealed to the people at Bone Stake Lot. Mark looks worried, which is not like him at all. I should go take a look. Yeah, it's funny to not recognize because it's a word I've seen written out before. But my brain was just not. Oh god, I don't know what Bone Stake Lot is. Shit. And it didn't mark it on my map. God damn. I feel like Bone Stake Lot hasn't ever come up in the past either. Like, is that the cemetery? Bone Stake Lot. Checking my shots left. Bone Stake Lot. Like, is this Bone Stake Lot? Is this Bone Stake Lot? I assume it's a lot. Is this? This is, like, the Stone Gardens, if I remember correctly. It must be somewhere slightly out of the way, otherwise I would have bumped into it by accident. So it would make most sense to be like here. Yeah, I feel like Bone Stake Lot has never come up in this game previously. Earth, and if I recall, this is Earth. Yeah, it's like the... I don't remember if, I guess it was more northern in that area. If it's closer to the Termitary. You'll know by the... Oh, you know what? I think I know. Is it actually this right here? By the way, someone... Let's get this rat off of me. Did I get torched by a guy? Yeah, I think I remember, if it's not that, there's also the yard area. Like, there's a cul-de-sac. There's a cul-de-sac right here. Yeah, let's not go via the warehouses, because the warehouses keep getting me killed. There's just so much plague and so many rats, and I keep getting blown away by the guys with flamethrowers. You can stop burning him. Whoa! Did it again. For just some reason, he decided to jump me. Is there something borked with... Because it's not like I have a bad reputation. My worst reputation is around probably Yulia's. But it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, no, he just turned on his heel and was like, I'm killing you. And it seems to be the guys with the torches, not the guys with guns who are doing it to me. I mean, maybe just whenever that's happening, I'm being pursued by a rat and I don't know it. It hasn't done an attack on me yet, and then I just get blasted. The fire's gone. Peter's gone. I don't like either. I'd rather everything be the same. Yeah, what? Because we're... No, I'm maxed out reputation. Gaining infection. And slowly clocking down my health. Should probably take some drugs for it. Bit of exhaustion. My initial assumption is that it would not be a looted or plague district, but that's not necessarily the case. Sure there's a way in from here. So I feel like that area had a different name. I feel like it got a name drop at some point, though I might just not remember it. To get up behind it. Maybe I should have bought bullets from Grief while I was there. Save here. Because this guy could just decide that he doesn't like me. I kind of feel like it is related to your current infection level. Okay, this had roots. So we'll check in there. I think that had some weird bone-like structures. Oh, there's definitely something going on here. 10 shots. Bull. Over here. Listen, people. Hearken to heaven's sign, for this is a parable. Listen to my explication, fair people, for this is a simple sign for us to know who is to blame for all our woes, for all our suffering. Oh yeah, already on it. And who would that be? People, gather around, or better yet, call for your neighbors and relatives and nearest and dearest. For the meaning behind this is as follows. The Cain's Tower is killing our town. The bull here represents the town, and the sharp stake This shameful stake is a symbol of the Cain's vile creation, their obscene philosophizing. What's gotten into you, dear sir? Wipe them out, the monsters. Simon was a monster, for his sins had brought this pestilence upon us, and Maria, his granddaughter, would soon reach the stars and ply us to her will with her magics, just as her mother Nina used to in days past. She must be killed, torn apart and thrown for the people's relish. Alright. I'm shutting you up in the most reliable matter known to man. What a monster, still alive, no doubt. Albeit, may shortly breathe its last. No wonder these simple minds get so agitated. They see a symbol, a message. The worms look shifty, however. I have a feeling this celestial revelation was set up by a human being, meant to serve a mundane purpose. Wonder what Mark Immortel has to say about it. Double. Oh, goddamn. Did I back up into some plague? Okay. Let's go hit Mark again. I don't think I can actually go through there, can I? Let's go down, or I guess I didn't have to go like this. Let's see, I got some dosh. What drugs are worth buying? Oh. I thought he was missing from the shop. He's actually got quite a bit. And some of it's fairly cheap, actually. Very expensive, that etherphane. Don't really need that. I don't know. Honestly, I need stuff more for healing health. I have a tighter supply of things like bandages right now. Also, I've been going for 2.5 hours, just about. I should probably close it up. Not too long, though I'm interested to continue this line. Really? Four. Excellent. Get meat. Alright, Mark.
Changeling is the most sincere of them all. Some of them she saves, others condemns to death. At least she knows what she wants.
There is no fate, Bachelor, I say, simply because we are not worthy of having any. I've been to the lot. Did you see it? Was it impressive? No, this set is too poor, although the beast is real. I've checked. First of all, I have to confess that this is not my handiwork. On the contrary, It's a direct attack on my interests. It never even occurred to me that this could make an impression on you, let alone a positive one. But I wanted you to see how impressed the mob is. I'm afraid you're right. Well, yes. You see, the place and the representation are tailored to excite the crowd. Seems like someone wants to gather a mob. And those who gather mobs only do it with a single purpose. They seek to set them on to someone. So, who's the target? Seems like the Canes are. Actually, I don't care in the slightest. But you should. You are now at a time point when you cannot afford to not care. You've only got a day and a half left. I want that thing to end because I don't like their style. What about you? I do indeed care. It's dangerous. And I might not get my good ending. But how can they be removed from there? The army seems to be the most convenient means to any ends these days. Indeed, a truly smart decision. And kind of elegant, too. It's a professional prejudice of mine. I've never viewed an armed crowd as a tool. I, the master of manipulation. You can simply say it's a sanitary hazard, and it will be burned. Although I'm afraid that won't be the end of it. We'll see. So let's go hit up the commander. I hope after you you do all this, you find all the Easter eggs as all three characters, that it unlocks Mark's campaign. And every day you're just trying to, you know, you need to get stuff for your set.
Arms are stiff.
Say, Commander, can I come to you in case of an emergency? I sincerely hope you can. I have to admit, I'm furious. You gotta get all the chaos around. The directive I received from the top brass gave me very broad authority and the right to make strategic decisions. I made no mention of an inquisitor, and now this. I hasten to report an issue of utmost importance. There's a riot brewing in the poor districts. Let the Inquisitor deal with that. Riots are right up her alley. I wish no part of it. She won't share information with me, so I won't step onto her turf. I'm not being vindictive. I hate to disturb her arrangements. Certain special circumstances are in play. One's directly related to your responsibilities. I'm missing a lot of the R's in yours this day. Like, they didn't spell check this day as well. I'm responsible for ensuring that the epidemic never spreads from here further. I'm also responsible for the lives of my men. That is what I know for a fact. There is a giant decaying animal carcass in the middle of the poor districts. Do you realize the consequences? I do. It's in the bone stakes law. I see it marked on your map. It seems silly for me as the player to be mentioning things marked on maps. Here's what I'll do. I'll notify Longman. He's a stalwart officer, a heart burning with passion. He's in command of the Flamethrower Corps. He was assigned to my unit right before the whole affair. So, let him perform his duty. As for me, spare me any further details. Very well. Now I can be at ease. That close it out. The dying bull was destroyed by the soldiers. There will be no riots. Well, that puts a close to that. Well. I think unless if I get more letters, that about covers it actually for this day. What I can say is it does feel that the side quests for this day, if not necessary, were at least intended to be very useful in the following day. Or at least to make the next day less sucky. I mean, while I'm here, I could pop by Mark. You know what I could do? I could actually... my exhaustion is catching up to me. Maybe... What is the time? 4? That'd be an 8-hour sleep. But the exhaustion is catching... I was thinking... Do I sleep until midnight, do the mind play, and start making a move on the 11th day? I mean, I guess I could go loot a plague district. And we just have like a hangout while my exhaustion catches up.
A man would rather say evil of himself than say nothing.
I don't know. So, okay, let's say 4 hours. That would put me at 10. That time doesn't quite work out great. But it might be fine. I'm also considering, is it just worth it to hold on to it in case things get really, really crazy bad in the last day? Whether that's the 12th or the 13th. That might be the smarter option. I can hit up Bad Grief. Yeah, let's run around and do some closing up chores. Sleep. Oh, I got duped. Got duped into backing up. Gotta go through the worst district. See, I got the slight feeling that the guys with the flamethrowers burn you if you have too much infection. That infection has just been so aggressive this day that I keep getting nailed by them. I'm at the... No, okay. Okay, going at the back seems to be the best way.
Rumor has it, boss.
We'll be well stocked. Let's get rid of shells. I'm considering also getting rid of the pistol if I'm going to have this many rifle shots. I think that's a wise idea. Just get rid of this stuff. I don't remember getting another scalpel, but obviously I did. Okay. 4,000 change to play around with. Nothing I really need or want, though. Alright. Let's go with it. So I'll have 26 shots. 5. I might be able to get it to be 6. Trying to think of anything else I should do before I wrap up. So hopefully if this game ends with a big shootout, I'll be prepared. Bandages. Nice. I wonder what she's running from. Oh, he's going after someone else. No, the other body. There we go. Well, that paid for the bullet. I mean, I guess... You know, these are looted districts. Might be worth it to go in. Rip him. He'll spend his time doing that. And I get bit by a rat. They at least seem to drop enough money to make up for it, and this definitely makes up for it. Yeah, this is probably smarter than using the vaccine. Okay, next floor. Oh wow, he even had a bullet on him. How convenient. It's also far nicer to explore the looted houses than to jump around in the mess that is the plague houses. Oh, lemon. Nice. Oh, sweet peanuts. Dude, I'm gonna eat those peanuts right now. Nice. 6 p.m.? Yes. Is there no... I guess there wasn't a looter here. Syringes. Those suck. And there's not much opportunity to barter this late in the game anyway. I mean, I could still, when I bump into the little girls, barter for bullets. Especially with all these sewing needles I'm getting. So yeah, a pretty good haul for only using 2 bullets. Probably have enough time to hit up a 1 more. My exhaustion will probably be draining my health by then. Oh, he's short. Actually, I might actually die of slept because of that. So I kind of had to do a restart. Yeah, I wasn't thinking when I went into the building. I was on autopilot a little bit. This has been a very autopilot day for me. Haven't gotten to use the kerosene yet, but it's my time to shine is coming up, I'm sure. Got him. Actually, yeah, those ones are better. And it'll be the only thing that's actually providing me any armor. It's pretty good armor, too. Alright. Kinda sucks I can't really do too much about the infection. Not even. Whatever. Okay. I said nothing. It's like I'm here, might as well check. Off chance. Okay. Oh. I bought Tourine? I thought I bought... Did I accidentally buy the wrong thing from the merchant? thought I had bought Novocaine. Maybe I just misclicked. Okay, so it's... we want, what, 5 hours? That'll put me at 4 minutes till. A lot of infection here. Yeah, I know.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
And I'm still pretty tired, so after the mime performance, there's a good chance I'll still actually increment the save, because we're gonna run high risk real quick. Run back and sleep. Just to remind you, any news from the Barach yet? Any luck proving the mineral origins of the bacteria? Last time we spoke, Barach did his best to assure me that the abattoir is clean of infection. Tomorrow he is supposed to present me with evidence of that. As of now, I have no reason to suspect him of being short-sighted, let alone dishonest. If I understand him right, the character of the local soil renders geodesic reports unnecessary. Both the earth and the water here appear to be pure. But what caused the outbreak in this case? I'd rather not recur to the carrier hypothesis. After all, we have only 1 day left. This place is gonna be super aggressively plagued now, ain't it? I'm gonna hate it. Don't burn me, bro. Just take this north until I hit the fence. So, other than the fact that the day itself was very aggressive, the town was aggressive, the jobs weren't that hard. They weren't very tight. I'm living on the edge of tomorrow with my health.
The law of gravity is tragically incompatible with dream catching. Illusions have to be let go of in good time.
There is a tricky way to save the specular tower, but there will be casualties. What do you say?
The law demands that we remain silent, as if there's nothing to save but this ridiculous tower.
There is another tricky way. It allows for saving the town of men, but it also requires a sacrifice to be made. What do you say?
The law is impartial. The choice is yours.
Is there an alternative way to subvert your ridiculously unfair law?
We're just doing our job. Why all the fuss? You've got time. Live some more.
when you walk out of the theater and there's a guy just ready to stab you outside. I almost got Wayne family'd. Did I just die? What killed... Oh, probably a tiny amount of... Okay, watch. We can do this. We gotta be fast, though. Just the tiny amount of plague, it did a tick of health. Okay. Damn! I can do this. I can do this. Expert skills. Finger on the button. Hot trigger. Can't hesitate. No, I lost the... Damn it! I lost the cursor because... Damn. Okay, we can do this still. Okay, so the cursor's in the middle of the screen right now. What a fucking joke. Shit! Oh, I clicked just barely too slow. I got this, though. Because it's even lined up for me. I know. Well, I can still go back. Like, I'm not fucked. You could even hear me click as I died. I'll give it like 1 or 2 more tries. There's no negative to actually missing the mime performance, is there? Because I saved before I went to sleep. No. Okay. So I'll just go back. Because I saved right before I slept, and I'll just not go to the performance in this save. I should actually try to cure my plague sooner rather than later. Rather than sleeping all at once. Because I got too much on me now, but... Sleep for, let's say, an hour. Even that's pretty aggressive on me. Sleep for like 2 hours.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Alright. We have the meat. Okay. So, and I should be set. I don't like that I'm going out a little bit earlier than I'd like in the day, but, you know, only so much I can do. So we'll increment that save. Whew. All right. We went on for an extra hour, but that was a day I kind of like had good momentum for doing a bunch of stuff for it. Anyway. So, I didn't roll up a gauntlet this week. I was supposed to. I'll have to roll it up, today's still Wednesday. So I'll probably roll it up Friday. Fine by me. I'm like making new channels, reconsolidating a bunch of my videos, moving shit around. So it gives me room, gives me time to work on Somer Assault. So I guess as far as this is concerned, I'll be back, Monday? And I should have a better mic setup by then, too. So, and also, dead air, or... No one likes hearing in-between speeches, so... Alright, I still got stuff I can work on. It's 2 a.m., but I got some decent energy. That's all I got! Outie! There we go. We're good.